Parks and trails are normally crowded, especially on holidays, but what about during a pandemic? I'm Annie Johnson and I'll have the full story coming up.
Musicians across the country participate in Taps Across America. I'm Gabby Crevitt and I'll have the story coming up.
Ahead of 6:30 now, back here in Montana this morning, Caitlin Corbett, Shell Lehman, Matt Elwell. We had a beautiful weekend, but now we're really excited because I think we heard the word 80s, possible 90s later this week.
Also the word records.
Records.
Yeah, very possible as we head into the weekend. The morning's fabulous. We have a little extra cloud cover. Temperatures are into the 50s. We've had a few drips and drops on our back patio out here, and I think a lot of people will probably be dealing with some light rain from time to time. A lot of this is going to be east of the divide, but certainly a few showers west of the divide. Everything that we have coming into the Storm Tracker Weather Center indicates very light rain at this point. Again, the cloud cover is out there this morning, keeping our temperatures mild into the 50s. By the afternoon, we're talking 70s. We're going to, of course, break down what you can expect as we head into the weekend and also a look at your snowpack. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. A mountain biker is in critical but stable condition this morning after being attacked by a grizzly bear in Big Sky. Montana FWP's Information and Education Program Manager for Region 3, Morgan Jacobson, says it was a surprise encounter with the bear a little after 1 o'clock Monday afternoon. The man was going around a curve on a trail above Ouzel Falls on private property in the Spanish Peaks area when he was attacked. He was able to make it out to the road and make contact with other people. He suffered injuries to his face and back and was airlifted to Billings for treatment. Wardens and bear specialists were on the scene and say it doesn't appear to be a predatory attack, with no indication that the bear was chasing him. The trail has since been closed, and wildlife officials reminding everyone to be very aware and prepared for encounters with a bear now that they're fully out of hibernation. Always a good reminder to carry bear spray and know how to use it, travel in groups, and be aware of your surroundings.
Well, yesterday, the United States and, of course, city of Bozeman celebrated Memorial Day. There was a march down Main Street and then a service at Sunset Hill Cemetery. MTN's John Miller was there and has our look.
As a Marine veteran that served in Afghanistan, Memorial Day really hits me close to the heart. And to see the city of Bozeman honor their veterans at Sunset Hill Cemetery was truly special.
Good. How good. Good. How road. This is our special moment that we can remember those and pray for those and love those that went before us and gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Eugene Monfortu, Corporal, U.S. Army.
I remember all the friends that I don't have here, and we honor them.
The sacrifices are real, and they're worth acknowledging. They deserve acknowledging, and I'm honored to have had so many people in my life that were willing to sign at the dotted line and be willing to support this nation on that level.
Staff Sergeant Atkins died on June 1st, 2007, shielding his fellow soldiers from a terrorist attack by tackling and pinning down a suicide bomber.
This is the day that we need to remember our fallen heroes, because this is not about Veterans Day. This is not Veterans Day. That comes in November. This is Memorial Day, and this is remembering every single fallen man or woman that served our country.
Rest in peace, Sergeant Steedley. You'll be forever missed. In Bozeman, John Miller, MTN News.
Just ahead of 6:34 now, on a related note, you might have heard about CBS national correspondent Steve Hartman's Taps Across America, encouraging musicians of all abilities to play taps from outside their homes yesterday at 3 o'clock local time. A lot of people in Bozeman decided to participate in that Memorial Day activity. MTN's Gabby Crevitt has the story.
24 powerful notes and possibly a new Memorial Day tradition. A number of Bozeman residents participated in taps across America, and we caught up with a couple today.
Anytime you get to play taps is an honor, and in honor of those who have served.
When Sarah Stonebeck heard about Taps Across America, she quickly got a group of people together to turn the idea into a personal reality.
Taps in general is so moving. It has such meaning behind it.
Especially for her family. Stonebeck played taps alongside her father, a Marine veteran.
Taps, because of its emotion, carries a great deal of weight and responsibility.
A crowd gathered to watch the Stonebecks play, accompanied by other musicians, like 6th grader Oscar and next-door neighbor and friend Stuart, whose father also served in the Navy. And this wasn't the only performance that took place in Bozeman.
Music is one of those things that it gives in two directions.
The director of bands at Chief Joseph Middle School taught her students how to play the song virtually so they could prepare for Taps Across America.
As a musician, playing music can give you a lot of personal fulfillment, but also we have a responsibility and the joy of sharing our music with others.
A number of band students participated, adding to the echo of one of the country's most respected songs. At home with the Stonebecks, everyone could agree it was nice to be together again, playing music to honor those who have served our country.
Even at a social distance, it was overwhelming to be a part of.
In Bozeman, Gabby Crevitt, MTN News.
Super cool. I'd like to see that stick around as a tradition as well. 6:36 now. Holidays during the pandemic may look a little different than normal. MTN's Andy Johnson takes a look at how some families spent their Memorial Day outdoors while social distancing.
It's a beautiful day here at Highlight, and for families who have been stuck inside for the last couple of weeks, it's the perfect place to spend Memorial Day.
We just came up to enjoy the beautiful weather, and we have family in town.
Just getting out since it's nice out. It's been kind of crummy for a while, so we wanted to get outside.
Several families came and went, but there was a noticeable space between the different groups.
Everybody keeps their distance pretty well, but I'm conscious to not get too close to people and make them uncomfortable.
One couple even traveled thousands of miles to enjoy Montana's beautiful scenery.
On vacation. We're actually from New England. We're from the Boston area, so.
Yeah. Took a long trip out this way.
A trip that was a little different than normal because of the current pandemic.
We already booked the trip well before that happened, but then we had to switch a bunch of flights and we had to wear the masks on the plane. But we basically were going for it either way.
But concerns were still in the back of their minds.
Trust me, I was sweating bullets the entire time with this pandemic, but I'm really happy that it worked out. So kind of crazy to be traveling. I'm sure for a lot of people that they probably think like you're crazy to be traveling across the states right now, but it's awesome. We're here.
Yeah, it's great.
The couple was surprised by how different things seem to be here than their home.
We're just starting to open up in New Hampshire, so it's a bit of a different world here. Things have been open for a little bit longer. Not everyone's wearing masks.
But despite the differences, the two were glad they could spend their Memorial Day in peace with everything going on.
Just relaxing and enjoying the views and disconnect, no cell phone reception, which is awesome.
Regardless of how you decided to celebrate, today was all about honoring and remembering those who lost their lives fighting for this country. Reporting in Highlight, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
Lots of ways to celebrate the holiday around Southwest Montana.
And Highlight is one of the places that just opened, so I'm sure a lot of people in Montana will be taking advantage of that in the next coming weeks.
Looked like it was a lovely day up there yesterday,
yes,
too.
Yes, it did.
There you go.
6:38, we're going to take a break. Up next on Montana This Morning, everyone in the water. Pool sales are spiking this season. Why the industry think that's happening is coming up.
Good morning to you. Ahead on CBS This Morning, why the World Health Organization is sending a warning to countries with declining coronavirus cases. Also, dangerous blood clotting in COVID patients. Dr. Tara Narula explains who's most at risk and a promising treatment that may help. Plus, first on CBS This Morning, we like when we can say that. I'm going to say it again. First on CBS This Morning, Iowa Senator, that's Joni Ernst, talks with us about her new memoir and the tough experiences that shaped her career. And we'll take a look at how SpaceX got to the brink of making space history. It's a big deal. We'll see you at 7 o'clock on the dot.